This is a PowerPoint that was prepared for the Dr. Stirling McDowell Foundation for Research into Teaching. They are a funding organization that funded research at Princess Alexandra Community School in Saskatoon. With Claudia Rutenberg and a team of co-researchers at Princess Alexandra comprised of staff and parents, educators, and principal, we were looking at the practices of moving from parent involvement to parent engagement and to leadership as well. I think there's a couple of key things in this PowerPoint that we explore. One is the concept of interruption. Schools are places that are very typical. If we walk into a school anywhere, it's easy to tell that it's a school because of the way it looks and the kinds of things that we see happening there. As we begin to think of a place for parents on school landscapes, it becomes important to interrupt that old story of school, the typical one we all know so well, and put a new story in its place. With this work, we found that one of the key aspects of that is to start by looking at ourselves rather than looking outward at parents. So often when we talk to educators, they will say, "These parents don't care. If only these parents would." And there's a lot of judgments and assumptions made about the parents with whom they're working. What we found in our research was the really critical piece was to look inward at our own assumptions and beliefs. How do we see parents? Are we working from a strength-based model? And how do we imagine living alongside them in new ways? We also explore the need for invitation and hospitality, to begin to think about inviting parents into our schools in new ways, to have parents invite each other to become a part of the community, and to build trust in relationships with parents. And that's work that takes a lot of listening, a lot of sitting alongside. It takes work that brings us into homes and brings us into communities, not just having parents come to us in the school. Relationships are something that take time, they take contact, and they take educators playing a role that we don't usually do. One of listening, one of learning from parents rather than telling parents how to be better parents, and one of respect and relationship. So really what this PowerPoint does is it tries to really help us imagine interrupting the taken for grantedness of schools, to put a new story in the place of the old one. Requires a new positioning for both educators and parents in ways that we haven't done to this point.